District 9 is a 2009 South African film that takes place in a fictional future of Johannesburg, South Africa. The story starts with the arrival of aliens to Earth, and after realizing their spaceship is broken, the government decides to put the aliens in a ghetto-like area called District 9. An organization, Multinational Union, or MNU, puts the main character, Wikus van der Merwe, played by Sharlto Copley, in charge of evicting the aliens to the new District 10. While doing this, he becomes infected with an alien liquid and after being shunned by humans, tries to help a family of aliens escape back to their spaceship, which he does. This tells the tale of an alienated group becoming enslaved and getting its freedom. The plot starts with the arrival of the aliens, and is cross-cut with interviews detailing how the world reacted after, when we are introduced to Wikus. The movie progresses with Wikus's job evicting the aliens and the alien family's attempt to fix their ship. When Wikus gets infected, and is discovered to have started merging with alien DNA, MNU does harsh tests on him before he escapes and runs to District 9, where he meets up with the alien family, and the rest of the movie involves their fight for survival against MNU. The plot goes through the process of Wikus seeing life through this alienated group's perspective. Through the use of the alien genre of film and formal elements, District 9 argues that through emotional and physical distance, anyone can become an other, or the thing that a group is not. The sequence that will be analyzed takes place after Wikus has a surprise party thrown for him and is revealed to have an alien arm, which is important because it creates a reason for people to disassociate him from humanity and before he breaks free and becomes a fugitive. The sequence is a recording of an experiment on Wikus. He, with his alien arm, is forced to use the alien guns on a dead pig to see if they work for him. After a montage of the different guns, an alien is brought in front of the gun range instead of a dead pig to see if the gun can be used on aliens. It ends with the alien blowing up. The sequence begins with a medium close-up shot of a scientist, which means that they will not be our main identifier, primarily on a handheld camera. This sequence is edited so it looks like a research tape, with cue cards and timestamps on the bottom. This choice shows the emotional distance between the scientists to the trauma they're inflicting on Wikus. The close-up shot of Wikus's face incites us to identify with him, as the raw emotion of his contrasts directly with the coldness of the scientists. The camera facing the gun range is a long shot, disassociating us with the dead pigs that are hung up there. Wikus is forced to shoot two pigs with the camera cutting back and forth between close-ups and long shots, before cross-cutting to a room where three people in suits are standing, assumed to be heads of MNU, watching televisions with the footage of Wikus on them. This is physically and emotionally creating distance between them and him. MNU also sets up the relationship with the shot scale, with Wikus being in a close-up, the range being in a long shot, and them themselves being in a medium close-up. We still identify with Wikus the most. Also, the sequence has intercoms continue on in the background throughout.
B7.
They represent the distance between South Africans. They aren't present to see what's happening, and they don't care, because they don't see Wikus and the alien as people. They are the other. The change starts with a shot that is 5 seconds long, making it clear that something is different about this. Instead of a dead pig, an alien is brought into the firing range. When the alien is brought in, it is still in a long shot. We still do not relate to them. However, the alien is also the only thing in focus. The shot utilizes deep space and shallow focus, which is when only one plane is in focus. In this case, being the background, which is the alien, so that we focus on his pain. Although the aliens are digitally created, the appearance of costuming shows that they want them to look very unhuman-like, and yet still in the shape of a human, with a face similar to a human, which both disassociates and associates us. The performance of the alien also shows how human-like they are. As he is brought into the gun range, he is prodded with a gun and has his hands up and a terrified look on his face. He looks around desperately for a way to escape. This is still a long shot, which has us still not completely identifying with him. The shot is also one of the longest in the montage, making it uncomfortable for viewers because they know he is going to die. The use of non-diegetic music, or music not included in the actual story world of the film, until this point, leading up to the alien being shot, is non-existent, although there is a slight ambient noise in the background. And around the point where the last pig is destroyed, it starts intensifying up until the alien is killed. This creates an uncomfortable atmosphere for the viewer, letting them know audibly that the death of the alien is not the same as blowing up dead pigs.
Pull the trigger, but I'm not shooting that prawn, you hear me?
Right.
No, excuse me.
Ready to go?
And it immediately cuts to the close-up of Wickes's face, which is pelted with chunks of the alien's flesh, further showing his connection to them. The camera stays on Wickes uncomfortably long as he convulses and cries, covered in blood and guts, thus ending the sequence. By using aliens as a metaphor, the film creates a distinct parallel to how different countries treat people of different races and immigrants. This sets up the idea of an other. They do not identify with the aliens because they are not like the people of the group. The meaning that aliens are separate from humans is made clear through the use of long shots, deep space, shallow focus, costuming, cross-cutting, and editing to create a documentary-style look and intercom sound. The film similarly shows the error in this thinking and cues the viewer to see the treatment of these aliens as wrong and immoral, evident through close-ups, the performance of the alien and Wickes, and the non-diegetic ambient noise that creates a feeling of dread and unease.